Lauren, who farted?
It was Marvel. Marvel farted. We called it.
They farted. We made it happen again. We have manifested. Like the gods don't lie. Oh my gosh, I should do the accent. Anyway. Welcome back, everybody, to Simply Amazing, the best, brightest, boldest, most fabulous, as my 2-year-old niece says, the biggest, strongest, smartest girl in the world. Lisa and Lauren are here to talk about Nightcrawler, as we do every single week in your ears, in both those ears, as we say. I am Lisa, aka the OG Nocturne, and of course, with me, I have the gorgeous, the fully employed, about to be even more employed, amazingly girl. I don't know what I'm talking about at this point, but her name is Lauren, and she is amazing, and she looks fabulous on this beautiful Tuesday evening going into Wednesday when we will be publishing this. How you doing, girl?
What's up? I'm good. I mean, adult life is stupid. That's about it. But that's why I love doing this podcast, because I can escape from it and just talk about Kurt and all these things.
I'm just going to say this, and I know this is going to sound really dumb coming from a person who is hosting a podcast or co-hosting a podcast about a fucking comic book character. Adult life is stupid because too many people don't act like adults. That's why adult life is fucking stupid. Anyway, moving on.
It's true.
Yes, tea. That is the fucking tea of this. If you take anything else away from this podcast, which will have nothing to do with this, adult life is stupid because some of y'all bitches don't act like adults. Anyway.
But you're still simply amazing, right?
Yeah, no, but you're still simply amazing and we love you anyway, but fucking grow up. Anyway. Hi, guys. Hi, yes, subscribe, please. Grow up.
Somebody leave us a review on like Apple or Spotify or whatever that tells us to grow up.
Yeah, shut up. So we are talking this week about Sins of Sinister, which is good because we're letting our villainous side out, I guess, right now. We're getting all bitchy.
I guess. We didn't plan this, y'all. We don't plan these things.
Yeah, we're getting all shady. We're getting all bitchy. I should have gotten my shade glasses out because the library is open and we are going to talk about this bitch right here. His name is Sinister, and he's an asshole. Oh, Laura's got the sunglasses. She is ready to read to filth right now.
I'm ready. Listen, and I have the rose-colored glasses, and they still don't work on Sinister's dusty ass.
Oh my god, he is so dusty and gross. He is ashy as shit. He needs to moisturize is what he needs to do. Or at least get a tan.
Something.
He needs to go. He needs to get a USA Glow membership. I think that was the name of a tanning salon in the 80s. USA Glow. That sounds familiar. I don't know. Anyway, so we're not going to go page by page. We decided we're just going to talk about what we liked about the issue and what we didn't like about the issue.
Yes.
I mean, I'll tell you right now, my first impression was all these hot men coming out of eggs. I'll take it.
No, but see, listen, when he says to me, my me's, you just called all these Sinisters hot, Lisa. So
no, but they're like sinister chimeras. They're like sinister. They're like sinister men's. They're like sinister Channing Tatum and sinister Ryan Reynolds.
Channing Tatum.
Yeah, and sinister Chris Hemsworth.
What do you think Mr. Sinister would say if he saw Magic Mike? I could have made that better. Clone a bunch of me's and make him have the moves of Channing Tatum. Sold.
Okay, so I listened to this podcast. Called Sinisterhood, and I totally recommend it. It's amazing. And I know that I think John, who listens to us, also listens to Sinisterhood, and it's amazing. And they were talking about a Magic Mike type show they saw once, and the stripper came out dressed as the guy, the little puppet from Saw. And that's what I imagine Magic Mike with Sinister would be. He'd just ride out on a tricycle,
Yeah.
Oh, it would be so awful.
Essentially, I think you're right.
And he wouldn't take his clothes off. He wouldn't take his clothes off. He'd sit in a chair and he'd start reading something. And it would just be like, anytime you'd be like, are you going to take your clothes off? She'd be like, excuse me, someone bring me a piece of clothing to put on. Thank you. It's like, oh, this sucks. This is the worst strip show ever.
That would be pretty funny. He'd do the opposite. Yeah, that could be fun. But yeah, I do love how I know we're not going page by page, but I do love how the issue opens up with just him being flamboyant as fuck with all these like hot male bodies question mark or just hot bodies whatever, and he goes to me my me's. So it's already like, we're gonna get out of this event never taking Sinister seriously again, and that's fine. I'm here for that.
I think that they've leaned like fully into the fact that Sinister is a drag queen. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just total camp, and I'm fine with it. So basically, the beginning of the issue is the Quiet Council has decided that they are going to offer out like resurrection to all of humanity, like everything be damned. Everyone comes back. You get a dead relative, and you get a dead relative, and you get a dead relative. Like everybody can come back, and which is a stupid idea because I mean, where are they all going to go? Like, how far are we going back, guys? We going back to Shakespeare? We gonna bring Shakespeare back? We going, like, are we bringing Jesus back? Like, how far are we going, guys? Because that's a lot of people, and there's not that much space. So that's my question: is how far are we going?
Yeah.
Because the problem is that there's no ending, right? Because like you go and you bring Joe's grandma back, and then Joe's grandma's like, "Oh my god, if you can bring me back, then why not bring my grandpa back?" And then Joe's grandma's grandpa is like, "Well, then bring my grandpa back." And it's like, and then you just keep going until fucking you bring in Jesus back, and now you've got a quadrillion people on the earth, and everybody is just standing shoulder to shoulder, wondering now what.
Yeah, I mean it's.
And then COVID comes, and everybody dies.
The end. I think great story. I mean, essentially, yeah, so much happens in the beginning of the issue, just setting it up kind of with, the Quiet Council, obviously, as you probably saw, I think the book that came before this, wherever the hell that was, I don't remember at this point. Immortal X-Men, maybe. But we saw that the Quiet Council is essentially a bunch of Sinisters. Except, remember, the key piece here is Storm. Storm did not ever go through the resurrection protocols. She's the only one. So
she was in charge. Yeah, Storm was in charge of being like screaming out their names after they were resurrected while they were all naked, which I always found to be a very odd process.
Yes, which honestly, anyway. Lisa, I feel like you do great in that role. Like, I think if they would be willing to like let a human do it like once every year, like, all right, we'll be nice to the humans, we'll let y'all told Krakoa once a year, and you can do the thing we do. You should do that.
Only if it can be my ex-boyfriend, so I can be like, I can be like, okay, here he is, and I look at his dick and I'm like, yeah, that size is right. This is him. This is him. Yeah, that's him. That's him. Okay, yeah, like someone bring up a peanut and measure next. That's him. Yeah, he's here. Yeah, only if that happens. And then I get to resurrect Chris Hemsworth and be like, someone bring up a baby arm. Yes, that's him.
Yeah, I think that would be hilarious. I mean, how much would we have to pay to do that? I don't want to try to think of how much money that costs, but between Lisa and I, we would find a way, guys.
Oh, we would find a way. I'd go fund me it. I'd put a sad picture of myself with a peanut and a baby arm and be like, please.
Peanut and a baby arm. That's like a bad band name. Peanut and the Baby Arm. That's another band name.
What was the name we came up with last week for our thing? Lisa and the Snack.
Yeah. See, that's a banger.
That is a banger.
We really should put that in a t-shirt.
That is a banger. Hello, again, everybody. Welcome to Lisa and the Snack.
Honestly, and listen, I think Storm is a whole snack, meal, everything this issue.
She is.
Because that's what my
Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, because honestly, there's so much stuff that happens in this issue in terms of like, over like decades and things like that. Like you see the X-Men, the Quiet Council do things and kind of shape the world and even kind of like have put the Avengers in their place, blah, blah, blah. The usual. Like the X-Men are Earth's mightiest heroes. Who are the Avengers? Sorry, Avengers fans. I love Steve Rogers, but come on now.
Yeah, I mean.
And then we get to, where Storm one of my favorite parts that we have to talk about on the Nightcrawler podcast is when Storm is in the chambers and her final breakdown, essentially, of all the shit they've done is not only all the chaos they've caused and how things don't make sense logically, but her final breaking point is, this isn't Kurt. This is not
Yes.
my boy. Who is this fart? Hashtag it. Honestly, Storm, thank you for listening. I know you're a fictional character, but we knew you were one of us.
No, Storm is 100% a listener because she is like, this is a flirt. Where's my boy at? Where is he? Where is Kurt? Where is he?
Where is he? Where is he?
Where
Honestly,
is he?
It's
Where is he?
It's such a good moment.
She's starting her own podcast called Where's Kurt? And it's just like every week she's like, it's like she gets on and she's like, all right, guys, listen, this week we went to Germany and we didn't find him. All right, next week we're gonna go back to Germany. Thanks for joining.
And what's crazy too is, I mean, not crazy, but what I think has more meaning than a lot of people have really read into. Maybe I'm reading in too much, but I don't care. Is that, you know, it's not just where is Kurt, she goes, where is my friend? I think that's very important, you know, not like romance versus not thing, but out of all the people in that room, that's the person, that's the friend she cares about the most. That's the person she feels the closest to. And so when she points at him and goes, that's not him, she's like, I don't care about all y'all bitches. All y'all can be weird as shit, whatever. But if he ain't right, something is wrong.
I think that's important. I think we mentioned this like briefly on one of the last episodes that, you know, I like all of the different classes of X-Men all kind of have a special bond. And so like there is a special bond between like Kurt and Piotr and Uhura and Logan because they all kind of came in together. But I think the other thing is that whereas all the other characters are part Sinister, they still are themselves. They just have this like little.
Right.
You know what I look at it as? Okay, so all right, Lauren, did you ever watch Star Trek Deep Space Nine?
Yes, but not enough to confidently be like, I remember everything.
Okay, so here's how I see the Sinister thing shaking out. And for your DS9 people out there, you're going to know what I'm talking about. I see it like the Trill, where it's like when the Trill join with their symbiote, they are joined in a way where they don't actually lose who they are as people. They just gain what the symbiote has to offer. And there's like this kind of give and take between, you know, what the symbiote gives them and what the person is. I think it's similar to what's happening with the other characters. They haven't completely lost who they are 100%. They've just gained this extra piece that Sinister's given them, which is giving them like extra motivations and extra stuff like that. Which I think for Aurora is like, she's like, there's something off about them, but like they're still them, right? It's like with the other characters, it's like, you know, but with Kurt, he's not him at all. There's like, he's just a mannequin that made of like a furry mannequin that Sinister has created. So for him, it's so clear to her that there's nothing about him that is correct because it's not him. I think that's what a big part of it is that like everyone else, there's something about them that is, they're totally right. There's just something slightly off. Where with him, it's like, who the fuck is this furry thing? Like, who is this furt? It's not Kurt.
Yeah, and honestly, the next page after that is like horrifying because we see what fucking Spurrier. I'm sorry, I don't like to talk.
And he's been like that for 5 years now because we see that it's been 5 years.
I'm furious, Mr. Spurrier. Why was this necessary in your mind to turn Kurt into whatever the fuck this thing is? I want to burn this page and I don't ever want to hurt a comic, but are you kidding me, man?
Why couldn't they turn him into something cute? They could have made him like a little duck. Like remember when Captain Britain became a duck in Excalibur?
Yeah, I mean, literally, like, or even just like make him a bamf that you put on a leash. Like that'd still be weird as fuck. But like, I mean, seriously, like this is.
It's so sad.
And like, you know, I mean, honestly, Aurora was right. Storm goes, this is an abomination. And she's fucking right. It's an abomination. I don't want it. I hate that Bob comic that has whatever the fuck this is, what they did to him in it. But like, it's still a good comic. But like, I literally hate this so much. And I can't, like, I am completely off board of whatever Spurrier thinks he's doing with Legion of X and what he thinks he's doing with Kurt. I am so sorry, sir. Like, feel free to do other stuff. I'm sure it will be better. I hope it's better, but this ain't it for you, my dude. This is not it for Kurt. It is not.
Nope. gargoyles, slackix. It is dark-sided. That is all I have to say
Yeah.
about that. I
Yeah.
cannot. It is dark-sided.
It is an abomination. It's a disgrace. Um and so anyways, but it
Let's
was I love that Storm called it out for what was, right? Called what Sinister did to him for what was, and how that motivated her to just kind of go, all abominations, all y'all are fucked. And she gets this like power demonstration and leads into another moment I really like, which is Destiny and Mystique basically catching up, finding Storm, whatever. And, Destiny tells her, look, you can't do what you want to do right now. We have to be smarter. And here's what gets me too. She tells Storm, we must be on the same side. Who has she said that to before, Lisa? Who did she say that to at the start of Immortal X-Men? She said that to Sinister in regards to Sinister. And
Mm-hmm.
here we are with Sinister fucking shit up. So,
Yep.
Destiny, I don't know what you're doing here, but I hope you're realizing that Storm is a much better bet than that guy.
Oh yeah, 100%. I want to backtrack just a bit because we skipped over a whole bunch of stuff that happened, but we're just going to go over it kind of
Uh-huh.
quickly. Just so essentially, before all this happened, I mean, we find out that like most of humanity has been infiltrated. Like, I mean, even J. Jonah Jameson is now a Sinister, which I mean,
Figures.
he kind of was beforehand. I mean, listen, he's actually one of my absolute favorite human characters in the all of the like like the Marvel universe. Period. Like, I just love him. But I mean, he's a dick, so whatever. Then of course they kill Doug. Doug!
Yeah.
No! They kill Doug.
They always kill your boys.
They
They get
kill
your
my
pure boys.
boys. No, where's Bay? Where the fuck is Bay? Come get your boy, Bay. Come on. And they kill Krakoa. They like brain fry him and they put him on life support. And now he's all just, he's a vegetable, quite literally. I mean,
What's the point of that? They're just doing all this weird shit that.
well, the point of doing that, I think, is because they want what Krakoa has to offer, but they don't want Krakoa to be able to do anything about it. So they
Right.
just are taking all of Krakoa's resources without Krakoa being able to fight back. So that's basically what they're doing now. It's it's pretty awful. It's pretty gross. It's
Yeah.
kind of like what happened to Uma Thurman when she was in a coma in Kill Bill. Without getting too into it, trigger warning. Yeah, that's kind of awful. So they blame it on Orcus, and they tell the humans that because Krakoa is down, they've lost all the human souls, and I'm so sorry, but guess what, Grandma Joe and Grandpa whatever, you're not coming back. So sorry about it. It was Orcus, and so now the humans are after Orcus and everything else, but it all ends up kind of disbanding everything, and the Avengers end up getting disbanded. Kind of Thor goes on his own direction to Asgard, and then Ilyana is like, bye, Asgard. And she just used the soul sword, just cut them off. Namor gets infiltrated by Emma, the way Emma infiltrates anything. And he then infiltrates.
Can she infiltrate me? I mean, what?
I mean, she could, and she would. And then he infiltrates Doctor Doom, and then they destroy.
Which is a whole other thing, guys. Let me tell you. I feel like there's so much you can analyze with that there.
Right? And then they let Uranos out to just take care of all the Eternals. The Fantastic Four all get thinged.
I mean, it's just, listen, if people really think that any of the other big Marvel teams or people can face up to the X-Men, let just this be evidence that, like, no, I'm sorry, but in reality, if the X-Men do what they want and they lose most of their care, no.
Yep. And then just coming back to kind of where we were when Storm gets away from them to go see Mystique and Destiny, the way she does it is because she had, what was her name? Lactuca?
I do not
remember.
Say that.
Lactuca. I think that's how you say it. Lactuca. Put something in her mind so if anyone tried to mind control her, it would like kind of backfire on them and she's able to get away. So now what's his face takes over Hell. Shaw takes over Hell. They kill Mom. Bye, Wanda. What the fuck? Kill Mom.
Because, that's like, what is that? Is that whole page or panel where it's like, Yep. Nope. We definitely. Oh, yeah. It is a whole page, and it's no more Wanda, and she's like literally like smited, and the little text box in the bottom right corner that if you're holding your book a certain way, you'll miss it, where it says "just in case." Like, god dang, man.
Yeah, that's misogynist, guys. I'm just
Ah,
saying. I mean, because and
it's
like
brutal, is what
it
it
is
is.
brutal,
Like,
and also look at Doctor Strange just like hopping away. He's like a little frog.
listen, one of my friends who does the Caption Life pod, Sean, he notoriously hates Doctor Strange, and honestly, I'm kind of with him in here. Like, it should have been Doctor Strange getting smited like that, and Wanda should be like safely jumping away.
Well, I'm just saying, chivalry is clearly dead because, like, dude, I'm just saying. Uh, then we see some chimeras and gross. One is a beast one. I'm just gross.
It's like there's like they put Beast with Colossus. Like, don't ruin Colossus anymore. He's already been a mess lately with
That's
Krakoa
true.
era.
That's true.
God
I
dang.
I do like how they talk about like that they create this chimera factory on the East Coast, and it's just like the waste from it is just so toxic, and it just kind of reminds me of like when they had that sriracha factory in California, and it was so
Mm.
toxic. Do you remember that?
No,
It
I
was like,
don't. That
oh my
sounds
god,
terrible.
there was it wasn't that it was toxic. There was a sriracha factory in California, and the smell was so bad. I think they had to shut it down because it was like the people who lived around it were
Mm.
like, no, you gotta go, you gotta go. So yeah, so basically, making chimeras is kind of like making sriracha, but I think sriracha is tastier. I don't know. And then Storm is fighting Sugar Man. Is that Sugar Man?
I think so.
Yeah, Storm is fighting Sugar Man, which that's a great choice. But she's disappeared. They have no idea where she is. They're trying to find her. And now we are 10 years into the future, and we got some spider crawler over here. He's,
Oh,
we
this
got
is. I think it's. Oh, is it only 10 years? Damn, I thought it was more. A lot
no,
can
yes.
happen in 10 years, y'all. God dang.
Let me tell you. Yeah, so Storm is like most wanted. They're looking for her. Everybody's just like clamoring to get the gene because they want, I don't know, they want to be brainwashed, I guess. Um and Foggy is like, no, 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 you shouldn't do it. Sinister is the whole Quiet Council is worried because of, they basically got a handle on Earth at this point. Now they're concerned with um, you know, extraterrestrial threats, and they've been hearing rumblings that other worlds are like, wait a minute, the fuck's going on Earth? Is this going to come to us? We should go check this out and make sure
Mm-hmm.
they don't come screw with us. And so they're and Sinister is like, we're not getting into a war, an intergalactic war.
Yeah.
No.
He's like, this is my fortress. I have built this empire. Everybody leave me the hell alone. And of course, the X-Men, because they still have their personalities within what Sinister has kind of imported into them, they're still like, no, but we're going to do this. And Charles is still trying to be a fucking martyr. And so then Sinister gets away and he's like, well, that can go to hell. I gave him too much of a leash. Time to start all over.
Yeah, Sinister has he is way more tenacious than I am. I would have given up and had a Snickers so long ago on like the third Moira. I would have been like, fuck this. All right, I'm done. So he goes back to, take care of his stuff. Turns out his teleporter's not working, which, if you hadn't turned one of your teleporters into a fucking monster, maybe you'd have help. But I'm just saying. So he has to like Aladdin his way into this thing. All I could think of was when Aladdin goes into the fucking cave. That's what it reminded me of. Like he
Yeah.
like falls into his little fortress, his little lab, and guess what?
All the Moiras are gone. Somebody, one, took the Moiras, and two, he is trapped.
And where's his lab? Where is it?
Where is it? It's like, look, we're looking for a lot of things. We got like, where's Kurt? Real Kurt, and where's his lab? Like,
That
anybody Waldo experts here?
Season 2 of Storm's podcast. Where is Sinister's lab?
I love it. I love it. Honestly, listen, Storm, let us know how we can help you further promote it and give us the link so we can share it with our Simply Amazing listeners.
Yeah, absolutely. If you or anyone you know is missing an X-Men character, please come contact us at Simply Amazing Pod. We would love to help you find your X-Men. So.
Wouldn't that be fun? Like, that could be a podcast where like people, your listeners could like be like, I haven't seen like Forge in like 10 issues. Where is he?
I haven't seen Nocturne in 10 years.
See, there you go.
There you go.
That season never ends, Lisa.
Oh my God, that would be forever. That would be.
That's the whole podcast. Where is Nocturne?
Yes, where is Nocturne? Where is she? It would just be every week I would read a new issue and be like, she's not in it, guys. She's not here yet.
That's gonna be our side pod that we do in between gaps of our episodes from now on. Instead of ads, we will simply provide you guys with the "Where's Nocturne?" Audio of the week.
Oh yes, audio of the week, guys. where like Nocturne update? Not this week, guys. See you next week. Not this week.
Oh. And then every time Marvel bamboozles you into thinking that you might get her in like 5 years.
Like when they have an entire event of freaking Nightcrawler derivatives, except the one that I love.
Yep.
Like that? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Or they introduce a different daughter of Nightcrawler, not the one I love.
And then they do the Exiles, but it's Sabretooth and the Exiles.
Oh my God. I can't anymore. They bring back Thunderbird. I'm in so much pain. I can't.
Y'all know God. At least every episode we have to do at least one of multiple things. Lisa has to cry about Nocturne. I have to cry about how Nightcrawler's my husband, but not in this reality. Or we go into a rant about Rachel Summers.
That is true. All right. Well, I think that means we've gotten to the end of the episode. So, well, thanks for joining us, everybody. That is Sins of Sinister #1. I'm sure we'll keep going along with it and, following around. The true sin is that Nocturne is not back, but we won't get into that too much.
The two biggest sins are that and the fact that they did that shit to Kurt. Like, I can't do this anymore.
Amen. I know it. You know it. God knows it. He's smiting us all.
Kieran Gillen obviously knows it because clearly, even though he has to include it in this, he still wrote Storm calling it an abomination, which clearly he is also thinking. I'm just pulling shit, people, but come on.
Amen. Well, girl, Lauren, where can they find you? Tell them all about it.
Yeah, you guys can find me on Twitter at friendlymBHDBI. You guys can also follow my other YouTube channels. Twitter page? At MBHD Comic Show. I do a bunch of Any Career Review videos. And this week I've got like 3 interviews going up and then like an extra bonus video because me and a creator ended up talking about DC stuff. So I was like, that's a whole other video. So there's a lot of stuff going on there too. So
fun times.
It's exciting.
Fun times. All right. And if you want to find more of us, our Simply Amazing Pod, come find us at simplyamazingpod.com. We've got all of our socials there, our Twitter, our Facebook, our Twitch, our YouTube, our Instagram, our, I don't know, social PP. I don't know, whatever else is out there. We got other things. But yeah, come find us. Come tell us you love us. Come tell us you hate us. Come tell us you love fake Kurt so we can laugh at you. And yeah, if you like us, review us, rate us, say you love us. We'll read your reviews on the air. We'll do a whole episode about it.
Oh, that would be so fun.
Even if they're awful.
I was going to say, that would be like the celebrities reading mean tweets. That shit always cracks me up.
That would be fun. I would cry the whole time. Yes. And yeah, and one of these days I got to do oracle readings. I did oracle readings on the last cruise I was on. I did them for some people and like I made people cry with how
I just got an idea for next live, Lisa. That's what you're going to do. You're going to do oracle readings.
Oh my God. People were crying with how accurate I was. I couldn't, I was freaking out. I have a gift, guys. I have a gift. Yeah, we'll have to do that for the next live that we do. It'll be a lot of fun. Yeah, but come find all of our stuff at simplyamazingpod.com. We're at Simply Amazing without the simply AMZING pod on Twitter. And yeah, but everything's on our website. So please come find us and say hi and everything like that. We love to hear from people. And for those of you out there who look in the mirror and all you see is a monster, you're like, who is this monster I see? Don't worry, we love you. You are still so simply amazing.